this is Carolyn Phillip, and my ministry is Spiritual Life Creations, and I wanted to share with you some scriptures tonight. I hope that they bless you, encourage you, and prepare you for what God has for you. I don't know where you are in the world, I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I know that God is with you, and I know that when you hear these words, that He will be speaking to your hearts. So I pray that this will bless you and encourage you. I believe it's very important in these times that we prioritize our time in the Word of God, that we understand it, that we live it and apply it to our own lives, and that we see God fulfill His promises through it. So I'm going to be reading to you from Matthew chapter 25, and I'm actually going to start at verse 14, which is the parable of the bags of gold. Jesus, many times, He spoke in parables because He wanted to make a statement, but He also wanted people to remember what He shared. And so it was easier many times to share a story. And in that story, you could easily memorize it, and you could take parts from it and start to see how He used symbolism to mean something else, so that people could remember it for a long time and they can share it from generation to generation. So right now I'm going to be reading some parables from Matthew, and then I'll explain what they're talking about. But I hope that you'll be blessed and encouraged, and that God will speak to you wherever you are. Okay, so this is Matthew 25. And I'm just going to get a little farther from the camera because it's kind of annoying looking at myself. Alright, so let's see. The parable of the bags of gold. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags of gold, and to another 1 bag of gold, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So also, the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I have gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with 2 bags of gold also came. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came. Master, he said, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown, gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid, and I went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. His master replied, you wicked and lazy servant, so you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed. Well then, you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10 bags. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.